Welcome to Amazing Trails Yoga Starter Series 21, Day 11. Today we are at Harriman State Park, which is the second largest state park in New York State, and we are on Pine Swamp Trail and Hogan Camp Trail. And today we will be focusing on balance. So with that being said, we will start in Pranayama, the breath of life, where by day 11, I know that we're learning to control our breath. So we are doing something a little different. We're starting on our backs with our knees facing up toward the sky. Our legs are bent. You can close your eyes if you like and put your palms facing the sky. And we're going to inhale for 4, hold it at the top and exhale for 4, and then we'll build it up to 5 and then to 6 and then down. So we'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 1, 2, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, 1, 2, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it, 1, 2, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, 1, 2, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold it, 1, 2, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, 1, 2, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it, 1, 2, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, 1, 2, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 1, 2, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, 1, 2, and take a nice cleansing breath on your own. We're going to draw our knees into our chest and extend our feet up toward the sky. Working on balance, we're going to be doing this in a standing position very soon. So we're pointing our feet and flexing, pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. We'll make little circles to the right and little circles to the left. Keeping your left foot up toward the sky, we're just going to bring our right foot over and back, just about a foot over and back, over and back. Just controlling our ankles, our toes, our feet, our legs, controlling the balance. We'll bring our foot forward and back, keeping our left leg as steady as we possibly can. It's a little tricky. I feel like I'm moving my left leg. Learning control of our body. Balance gives us a lot of body awareness. Now take your right leg and make little tiny circles up toward the sky to the right. Keeping your left leg steady. And to the left. Nice. Now we'll move our right foot in front of our left and in back. We're just moving the right leg back. Oop, trying not to move that left leg. As you see, I'm not perfect at this. I don't expect you to be. And we'll match our feet and just point and flex with your right foot. Very nice. And make little circles just with your right one way and the other. And we'll do the same thing with the left side, so keeping our right foot as steady as we can. We'll go in and out with our left foot to the left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. We'll go back and forth with just our left foot, keeping our right foot steady. Giving us much body awareness. We're controlling our muscles, controlling our muscle groups. This gives us stillness in our bodies for when we do the asanas and the poses. So we're not moving all over the place. We could move our left foot in circles going one way and going the other way. And when you make these small, it's a lot harder than making them big and getting the momentum. It takes a lot more coordination. So we're working on balance so we could come into some standing balance postures. We're building our way up. Having our feet together, bring your left foot in front of your right and behind, making kind of a C shape without moving your right leg. I find this a little easier on my left, maybe because I'm right-handed, I'm not positive. And having your feet in the sky, we're going to point both feet out at a diagonal and then bring your toes together and your heels out. Now heels together, toes out at diagonals, nice and slow. Along with balance comes coordination. Good. Now just give your feet a nice little shake. Bend your legs at the knees, and we're going to practice rolling a bit and controlling our rolling. So grabbing a hold behind your knees. You could pull your knees up a little bit, and we're going to roll back and forth. It's a little hard for me because I'm on an uneven rock, but you can roll. Learn to control, try to get at the top where you can hold yourself steady. And we roll back. It's a nice massage for the spine. So at the top, stay. And at the top, we're coming into squat. We did squat. Oh, I'm not sure which day we did squat, but earlier in the series. So we're coming up on our feet. I will face you in squat. I know some of us, it's difficult to reach your heels down to the mat, and that's perfectly fine. If you want to squat on a block, if it's difficult to come with your hips too far down, that's perfectly fine too. Your toes are out to a diagonal, and you can do this at different lengths. You could do it to the middle length, maybe to the lower. If you do it to the lower, you might not even need the block. I'll use the block today just to show you. You could take your hands together, your palms together in prayer. Take your elbows to the insides of your thighs by your knees. You could spread your knees apart. Nice squat position. Now take your right hand and put it diagonally to the right and inhale your left arm up. Very nice. And your palms will meet in prayer. Take your left hand to the side, inhale your right arm up. Very lovely. Bring your hands back together in prayer. Take your toes so that they are facing the side of the mat or the front, whichever way you're doing this. You could remove the block As you bend forward, take your head, the crown of your head to the floor. And we're slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time into Tadasana. And before we get started, we could take our palms together in prayer, may set an intention for the day. And I'm thinking Harriman State Park is an hour north of New York City, and I'm just sending a lot of love and energy out to the people that saved this area, this very large area just an hour north of New York City, and didn't let it get developed. Just the insight that they had with the development of the city and all the suburbs, and so people can come out out to the country and enjoy this. Set your own intention. And Tadasana. We will start in Surya Namaskar A, which we've done, a nice little review. So I will go to the top of my mat. My toes are facing the top of the mat. I'm in Tadasana. I'm snow angeling my arms up to the sky, inhaling up, looking at my fingertips, exhaling over, hinging at the hips to Uttanasana, forward fold. Now I'm taking, and I should have told you before, maybe take your blocks if you would like to either side of your foot. You're inhaling your right foot back, and we're keeping it back for a little while, so you might want to use your blocks. Otherwise, if you're not using your blocks, just like in Warrior One, except we're not putting our heel down, we're keeping our heel up. We're inhaling our arms up into crescent. And this, again, is very good for balance. It's a little easier in Warrior One when we drop our heel. A little more stability on the foot, but now we're working on balance. We'll take a nice deep breath in high lunge pose, crescent moon. And breathe. We'll work our way up into a great balance. This also prevents us from falling and injuries happening. Just gives us a better feeling, balance and harmony in our lives. We'll exhale our fingertips down to the mat and take your left foot back to meet your right. We're in downward facing dog. Inhale forward into high plank. And we will exhale, knees, chest, chin into 8-point pose. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Any cobra that suits you, you're over the top of your feet. Nice review for Surya Namaskar A. Exhale over your toes, seat to heels, and downward facing dog. Take a nice cleansing breath. Look between your hands and inhale your right foot up between your hands. Again, you can always help your right foot up. And we're coming to our fingertips. We're going to come into crescent again. You could use your blocks. If this is really difficult to come up into crescent and stay high in crescent, you could always use your blocks and help them support you. No problem whatsoever. Otherwise, we're up in crescent. I'm just admiring the view. It just goes on for miles and miles and miles. And yet we're fairly close to the city, and I don't see it at all. It's really fun. Now we're going to exhale our fingertips down and bring our left foot up to meet our right, head down, Uttanasana. Hinging at the hips, snow angeling our arms up. Inhale up to Utthita Tadasana and down into Tadasana. We'll do the other side. Inhale your arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale your left foot back. Again, you could use your blocks. And we're keeping our heel up as we have our palms facing each other and come up into high crescent, high lunge position. And breathe and take it all in. If you are using your blocks, no judgment, that's perfectly fine. We're just getting used to this. We're all just starting. And we're breathing. We're going to exhale our hands down. You could use your blocks if you like. I'll demonstrate with the blocks. Take your left foot to match your right and drop your head, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, hinging at the hips, your arms coming up and around, and down to Tadasana. We'll do that one more time on each side. Inhale, Utthita Tadasana, tall mountain. Exhale, hinging at the hips, snow angeling your arms down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Fingertips at the mat or holding the blocks. We'll inhale our right leg back and bring your arms up into crescent, high lunge. And we're breathing and we're balancing. This really helps. Exhale your hands down to the mat and bring your left foot back to meet your right. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to plank, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale into cobra, any cobra you like. And exhale, curling over your feet, seat to heels, downward dog. Look between your hands. Inhale your right foot up between your hands. Come to your fingertips or the blocks, palms facing each other. We're coming up into crescent. Just for a nice balance. It gives us strength and flexibility. It really does help to still our bodies in these yoga poses. Gives us, improves our body awareness very, very much. And exhale your fingertips down to the mat as you bring your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, coming up to tall mountain, Utthita Tadasana. And exhale, Tadasana. On the left side, we'll inhale our arms up. Maybe our palms can touch this time. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, your fingertips touching the mat or on the blocks. Inhale your left foot back. You're at the ball of your foot. Inhale your arms up into crescent, high lunge position. And we'll hold it. I'm listening to the birds. I don't play music in these. I just listen to the sounds of nature, sometimes water running, sometimes insects talking with each other, birds chirping, wind blowing sometimes. And exhale your fingertips down to the mat or the blocks as you bring your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, Tadasana. Now coming to the, whatever side of the mat you would like that you could see me better with. We're in Tadasana. Going to pick up our toes and spread them a little bit so that we have a nice secure bottom. And we're going to do what we did on our backs. We're practicing for standing balance pose. So we're lifting up our right foot. My ground is a little uneven. And we're pointing and flexing your right foot. Point and flex. If you want to hold on to a wall, a chair, anything that you may need, perfectly fine. And now we're making circles to the right and circles to the left. And we're taking our foot and we're bringing it in front of our left and swinging it behind. And if you'd like to touch the mat any particular time, that's perfectly fine. This is all new to us. I need to move this. Again, this rock is a bit uneven. That's better. Okay. This really aids in our balance, getting us ready for poses. And then we'll put our foot even with our left and just swing it out to the right. Very nice. Kind of fun. Just play with it. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Again, if you're holding onto a chair or a wall or a tree, perfectly fine. And we'll match our feet up. Our toes are facing the side of the mat, and we're coming up into a toes pose. Whoa, standing on our toes, lifting up our heels and down. So we're lifting up our heels, coming onto our tippy toes and down. Up onto our tippy toes. I feel like a little kid. And down. Lifting up our heels, coming higher maybe. And down. We're going to take our toes and bring them out to the sides, diagonally up out to the sides. And we're just lifting our heels and down. Lifting our heels and down. Lifting our heels and down. And coming up and down. Now we're going to take our toes so they're facing the mat and bring our heels out to the side, and we'll do the same. So we're standing on the balls of our feet and down. Up and down. This strengthens our ankles too, and our toes and our feet, which may not seem important, but it really is. Very good to have strong feet. We use our feet so much. We need to keep them healthy. And try for the last time up, maybe a little higher. I'm shaking a little bit. That's called yogi shake. And down. Having our feet be parallel to each other now. You're standing on your right foot, so maybe you want to lift your toes up and separate them a little bit so you have more space to balance on. So you're coming on your right foot and extending your left, and we're pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing, point and flex, and we'll make little circles to the right and to the left. And then we're coming in front of our right and behind. Swinging it in front, behind. Just play with it. You don't have to be at the same pace as I am. Again, you could be holding a wall, holding a chair, a tree, anything. Very nice. Coming back to your right foot, we'll just bring it out to the side. Very nice. It's kind of fun. And in front and back. And your feet together. Take one step out with your right foot and bring your toes diagonally out, our hands together. We're coming back down into the squat position. And again, you could be on your block. And you might want to adjust your feet so that your elbows come to the insides of your knees. You could spread your knees apart a bit. Again, any length on the block or no block at all. And extend your right hand out to the side. Inhale your left arm up. Now we're going to take your left hand so that your thumb is down, your palm is away from you. Bend your left arm and bring it behind you, and maybe pretend you can put your left hand in a pocket or in the inside of your thigh if you can see my fingers. And look up to your left side and breathe. Nice twist. Slipping the hand out from wherever you had it, and let your palms come back together in prayer. Your elbows are separating your knees. Take your left hand out to the side. Inhale your right arm up. Your gaze is following it. Take your thumb and twist your hand so that your thumb is down. Bend your right arm, bring it behind you. You could slip it in a pocket, a make-believe pocket, or in the inside of your left thigh. Look up to the right, nice twist. The sky looks beautiful. It's a big opening over there between the clouds. It's just so pretty. And take your right arm back down. We're in prayer. Hands to the mat. We're slowly straightening our legs as you take your toes so that they are facing the side of the mat. Head down. And inhale up, nice and slow, coming into Tadasana, standing position. And we'll practice Surya Namaskar A one more time. So come to the top of your mat. You could use the blocks if you like. Inhale your arms up. Maybe your fingertips can touch, your palms are facing. Exhale, hinging at the hips, snow angeling your arms around and down. Inhale your right foot back. And with that, we could take our fingertips to the mat or hang on to the blocks, whatever suits you. And we're coming up into crescent. With crescent, we'll just add a little something for balance, if a little bit more in case you would like. Otherwise, just stay in crescent. We're just cameling our arms out to the side like this. We're bending our arms and dropping our right knee to the mat and coming up. Our palms are facing each other. We bend our arms at the elbow, palms facing, our knee is dropping and up. Really helps with balance. One more time. Our palms are facing each other. We're bending our arms. That's called cactus as we drop our right knee and up. On the exhale, we'll bring our hands on either side of our left foot and inhale your right foot up, forward fold. Very nice. We're going to inhale our left foot back. We're taking a little shortcut. You could use the blocks if you like. And with our fingertips touching the blocks or the mat, palms facing each other, inhale up into crescent. Again, if you're a little unsteady, you can just hang on to these blocks. Use that to support you. And if you're up in crescent and would like to try cactus, your palms are facing each other and you're bending your left knee to the mat, bending your arms at elbows, palms continue to face each other and up. Bend and up, bend and up. Very nice. On the exhale, bring your fingertips to the mat or the blocks and bring your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale your arms up and around, tall mountain. Exhale, Tadasana. And we'll come to the side. We'll give our feet a little balance exercise before we come back down to the mat. Lift your toes up, separate your toes, and drop your toes evenly on the mat. And your left leg will be your standing leg. Inhale your right foot up, and we're pointing and flexing our right foot. Making circles to the right, circles to the left. And we're bringing our heel in front of our left foot, our toes behind the heel of our left foot. So in front, in back, in front, in back, in front, in back, in front, and back. And coming out to the side, to the right, back and forth. Again, you could be holding on to anything, the wall, a chair, a cane, anything, a stick, wood. And bring your right foot in front and back. You could swing it back and forth. And down. Inhale your left foot up, and we're going to point and flex, point and flex, point, flex, point and flex, and make little circles to the right and circles to the left. As you could tell, your balance is really, so I'm thinking about it, your balance is really being challenged. You could bring your left foot in front of your right and swing it around to behind. In front, behind, in front, behind, in front, and just swing it around. Your left will meet your right, and you're bringing your left out to the side like a pendulum, back and forth. If you maybe spread your fingers, your arms out to your sides a little bit more, that might help a little bit. And bring your left foot in front, back, front, back. Just play with it. Something to do. And bring your left foot next to your right. We'll come up on our toes and down. Lift our heels up and down. Our heels up. You can stay up as long as you like, as high as you like, and down. Do that one more time, coming up. You're probably thinking, what does she have in store for us next? Take our feet out diagonally to the sides, our toes out, and we're inhaling our heels up and down. This is also a little exercise on our calves. I'm noticing, I'm feeling them. And down. Yes, what do I have in store? All this hard work. What comes next? And we'll inhale again. Good. Keeping your toes where they are. Take your heels now out to the side, and maybe out to the side a little bit more. So now our legs are further apart than when we had started earlier. We're going to come up on the balls of our feet and down. So we're lifting our heels up. Feel like a little ballerina. And down. Up. And down. And up. And down. Take your toes. Somehow they came forward. Take your toes out to the side, hands together in prayer, heart center, and we're going to slowly exhale our way down into squat. Again, you could use the block. It's perfectly fine to use a block, taking your elbows to the insides of your knees, spreading your knees away from each other. Take your right hand down to the mat, and you're going to inhale your left arm up. Take your thumb so that it's pointed down, bend your left hand. Again, you could put it in a side pocket if you pretend to have one, or maybe in your inner thigh, or you could take your right arm and bend it behind and come in for a bind. Whatever's good for you. You could take your strap. I don't think I brought my strap. You could take your strap and hang on for the bind. And whatever position you're in, you could gently let go and come back so that your palms meet and touch so that you're in prayer. And take your left hand diagonally out to the side. Inhale your right arm up. Take your thumb so that it's facing down. Bend your right arm and bring it behind you. You can maybe just slip it into a pocket, pretend, into the inner thigh. You could take your left arm, thumb down, palm away, and bring it back behind you and maybe go for the bind. Whatever works for you. And I'll just briefly show you the bind from the back. You're bringing your left arm down and bending it around, and your right arm comes and you can maybe bind. And letting go of whatever you have, take your hands to the mat and sit your seat down. And bring your knees together, fishtail your feet around so that they're coming to the back of your mat. And we're slowly coming back onto our backs where we had started. Whoop. Lift your knees into your chest and your feet extend up to the sky. And we'll point and flex our toes like we did. Together we'll do circles to the right. You have a little more control when you do them together. Circles to the left. Keep your left leg straight. And circles to the right with your right foot. You might find it a little easier now. I do. Circles to the left. I find it easier than when I had started in the beginning of this routine. Steady your right leg and make circles with your left ankle around and the other direction. And just for a little ab work, we're taking our arms out to the side and we're dropping our legs together toward the right, not all the way down. And we'll inhale them back up. We'll exhale them down to the left, part way. Inhale back up. Exhale to the right, maybe a little bit further. Inhale coming up. Exhale to the left, maybe a little further. Inhale coming up. Now on the exhale, you're going to come down nice and slow. If you can come down to the side, that would be great. You could always take your blocks and put your feet on the blocks if it's too deep of a stretch. You could look, your arms are out in a T, look over your left arm, your left shoulder, and breathe. Looking up at the sky, you're going to inhale your legs up toward the sky, and on the exhale, very slowly to the left. You could bring them all the way down if you can, if that suits you. Otherwise, put them on a block. I'll put it at a higher level. You might need 2 blocks. You could bend your legs, whatever suits you, and look over your right. A nice back twist. Makes the spine so much more flexible. Looking up to the sky. Bring your feet up to the sky together. Bend your legs at the knees. Take your hands on your knees and just separate your knees a bit like we did in squat. Maybe you could put the soles of your feet together. Pull your ankles in closer, the outside of your legs. We did this in squat. You could separate your feet now. We're coming to happy baby. So take your arms to your ankles, your shins, whatever feels good. This is kind of like a reclined squat. Your feet are up toward the sky as if you could stomp on the sky. Maybe roll back and forth a bit like a little happy baby. And you're going to bring your feet together, your knees together, and slowly put the soles of your feet on the mat and extend one leg at a time to the outsides of your mat, the corners of your mat. Your feet can splay open. Your palms facing the sky. We're coming into Savasana. Take some deep, controlled breaths on your own. Cleanse the body. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking your body up. Make little wrist circles and ankle circles either direction. Inhale one knee up at a time to your chest. Give yourselves a nice little hug. And roll over to either side of the mat. Make your way up into Sukhasana, cross-legged position, easy pose. With your palms together at heart center. And thank you so much for joining us here at Amazing Trails Yoga Starter Series 21, Day 11. We really hope this is becoming a great habit for you and that you're loving and enjoying it, loving life, loving nature. And please subscribe to my channel so we can communicate, get the latest updates, and keep up the great work. And I just see us progressing from one step to the next so that at the end you'll be full of confidence and ready to blossom. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.